What's up, KFG family? It's your boy Big Boy John 2010. We're gonna do my AEW full gear review and results. Moxley versus Omega match of the year. So you guys know, hit that red button, hit that like button. Let's get started. This AEW full gear pay per view was just awesome. It was just amazing. I really enjoyed it. So I'm finna be what happened. All Elite Wrestling invade Baltimore Saturday night for full gear. Its first pay per view. Extra Gaza since debuting Dynamite on TNT. The show headlines by Chris Jericho defending the Aew World Champion against Cody in the blockbuster main event. Also featured Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley in an unstretching lights out match as part of its stacked card, with champions at stake and rivalries to be decided. Who will emerge from the night's top battle with their arms raised in victory, and what did those outcomes mean for AEW moving forward? Find out with this recap for November 9th Spectacular. Alright. Dr. Britt Baker versus Bia Priestley. This match was good. Born of a wicked kick. It says born of a wicked kick that left the doctor conscious at Fight for the Fallen. This past July, the rivalry between Britt Baker and Bree Priestley culminated in a grudge match as part of the AEW Full Gear buy in pre-order show. Baker's aggression proves costly early as she let Priestley go her into a chase around the ring, and then at a kick to the head. She responded, taking the New Zealand native down and hammering away. She continued her offensive to try for the jawbreaker. Not jawbreaker, I'm sorry, but the lockjaw. But Priestley escaped and stumped her, previously causing his opponent in the head again. Alright, commentator team revealed Baker was fighting a bout of the flu, putting her in even more in the disadvantage as Priestley worked her over. Baker attempted a body slam, but her lower back worked over by her opponent gave out and put her back on the defensive. A double clothesline spot allowed Baker to create some separation. Alright, Baker finally mounts a comeback, firing off strikes, clothesline, back, elbow, and a sling blade for the near fall. The fight headed to the top rope, where Baker delivers a suplex. Priestley fought out of a vertical suplex and scored a conflict roll-up for 2. Priestley scored a near fall of a shoulder capture and applied the regal stretch, looking for a submission victory. Baker fought through the pain and made it to the ropes, forcing the break. The heel continued to push her opponent, deliver a double stomp to the back of Baker on the ring apron. Baker fought out of the Queen's Landing delivery destroyer and still only managed a 2 count. Baker again trying for a lockjaw, but Priestley rolled her opponent up. Baker escaped the reply her submission hold for the tap out win. After the match, Awesome Kong and Brandy Rose made their way to the ring. Kong obliterated Priestley and proceeded to cut a lock of her hair off at the instructions of the chief brand officer. Okay, Britt Baker defeated Priestley. This match was good. This was a very strong opener to serve as a fitting conclusion to the rivalry. Priestley was forced ferociously and disorderly at times and really looked like a star despite the story of the match. Baker searched for revenge. Baker continues to showcase the consistent improvement that fans have watched over the last month or so. The Doctor is almost certain to be in the women's champion hunt. Women's champion hunt going for it. It's likely now she was wrapped up this first chapter of her AEW run. The post-match arrival of Kong and Rose put the focus on the latter transformation of late, while of Desire setting up a feud between Kong and Priestley. Alright, the Young Bucks versus Powerful. This match was good. I love this match. Santana Ortiz versus the Young Bucks. This match was good. Powerful Santana and Ortiz attacked the Young Bucks following a thrilling ladder match back at All Out on August 31st. Since then, the rivalry between the teams and escalate, as has the war between the Inner Circle and the Elite. The two teams look to earn their respective group the first bragging rights of the night in the Red Hot Tag Team opener. Nick it says right here. Hold on, guys. It says Nick Jackson. It says Nick Jackson goaded a ramp up Santana into a spear from Matt and the Bucks. Earned momentary control of the bout, railing down. It says railing down with a series of blows to the face of their opponents. The popular tandem maintained and handled on the opposition, working over Ortiz's left arm. Okay, Powerful took over, applying a double submission that punished both of their opponents, similarly much to the AWE of the fans in Baltimore. The heel slowly the pace of the match down, isolating Nick and working him over with a double team offensive. The baby faces continue to inflict pain on their rival, but fire up Nick earlier alternatively through a kick at Ortiz, who dug, resulted in Jackson striking the ring post. Out on the floor, Santana threw Nick into the Rock and Roll Express, who threatened to jump Agaro and gain some revenge for the beating they endured a week ago on Dynamite. The heels regained control of the match from there. A super kick by Nick allows him to make the tag to Matt, who unloads onto the bout with a quintet of suplexes and chance of a AE dub ran from the stand. The Bucks followed a risky business, but it became clear the injury to Nick's leg was problematic. Proud and powerful lock for the street sweeper, but Mack can counter it in midair. The Bucks on super kick and deliver a spear slice bread number 2 for the near fall on Ortiz. They set up for the Melzero driver, but Nick's knee gave out in midair. That did not prevent him from returning to the match, unloading on his opponent before scumbling to a powerbomb kick combo, with Matt stunning on the floor. The heel scored the win with the street sweeper. After the match, Sammy Guevara hit in the ring to continue to beat down of the Bucks before Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson emerges from the crowd and help the babyface spot off the Inner Circle. The Powerful defeated the Young Bucks. This match was good, I ain't gonna lie. What a phenomenal way to kick off the show. Ortiz and Santana dominate their full share of the match, and when the time came, they saw for the opposition. The high risks were there. The dazzling tag team work by the babyfaces was a great as ever, and the finishing was exactly what it needed to be. The strength of the match through was Nick Jackson selling his knee to extend that he did. The Bucks have long had a reputation for not selling anything, but over the last year, having turned the prosecution tension on its ear with some excitement in the ring physicality. Without this in the story, the four athletes will be able to tell around it. The quality will have dipped. The only negative, the supposedly dangerous inner circle being beaten down and selling the Rock and Roll Express essentially negative. Some of the heat build the victory. Okay, Hangman, Adam Page versus Pac. This match was excellent. This match was perfect. With their record against each other tied at 1 win apiece, Hangman and Adam Page and Pac recollected their rival in an intense grudge match. Page took the fight to the early, beating him around the ringside arena and soaring through the ropes with a dive onto his rival. He continued to onslaught back inside the square circle with the follow-away slam that earned him a 2 count. Taking advantage of an accidental distraction by the official, Pac slingshotted the rope onto the face of his opponent and stumped away to the side control of the bout. Pac transitory worked over his opponent, negating a size disadvantage in the process. And the overconfident Pac tried for the Phoenix Splash, but Matt as Page rolled out of the way. Cowboy chants spilled from the stand as Hangman fought his way back into the match, bumping his opponent around in the square circle. He executed a moonsault from the top rope to the floor, and his rope continued. All right. Page set up for the buckshot lariat, but Pac stumbled out of the way and to the floor. Page followed him out and paid dearly, enduring a brain buster into a steel chair in the guardrail, barely returning to the ring and avoided a count-out loss. Page again found himself on the receiving end of the beating. Pac sets up for the Black Arrow, but Page catches him on the top rope. A super follow-away slam followed as Hangman but himself a few minutes of recovering time. The competitors trade high-impact moves before Page sets up the dead eye. Pac countered into the brutalizer, but his opponent tumbled them both into the ropes, necessarily the break. The finishing sequence saw Page block Pac on another attempt at the low blow, obliterate him with the dead eye, and scored the pinfall victory. Scored the pinfall to victory. And yeah, where is it? Scored the pinfall to victory. Page defeated Pac. Alright. This builds perfectly consistent with a necessary feud comeback late by Page. He put months of frustration into a nasty lariat drop Pac with a dead eye and pick up a much needed victory. The commentary team suggests the win right the wrongs that Page had endured following his loss to Chris Jericho at All Out. It may even be the first stop on the road redemption to ultimately see Hangman challenge league champion for the title. He truly believed he would win the winning title. Pac losing was a bit of surprise because he had been present so strongly to this point, but credibility he built over the first few months of his AEW career helped elevate Page by Priestley. Okay, let me move on. Joey Janela versus Shawn Spears. This match was brutal. This match was brutal and good at the same time. Alright. The intensifying rivalry between Shawn Spears and Joey Janela gave way to the third match of the evening. Despite earlier offensive by the bad boy, the chairman slowed things down and targeted the back of his opponent. He neutralized parts of the ring to his advantage, dropping Janela on the ring apron and then exposed the turnbuckle and trying his hair in it. Janela fought out of the makeshift blind, but quickly found himself trapped in a sharpshooter. A fired up Janela fought back into the match, diving for the ring onto his opponent on the floor. Spears cut his momentum off, but the bad boy scored a two count off inside cradle. A top suicida followed a series of kicks stunned the chairman. Shawn Spears recovered and dropped Janela predictably across the top turnbuckle with a truly blank card distracting the official. Spears exposed another turnbuckle with the referee Earl Hebner attention. Blanchard joined Spears for a spike pile driver on the floor. The heel delivers his C4 finisher to put Janela away. It says the window of the match, Shawn Spears defeated Janela. Spears was great here. Yeah, Spears was great here as he did everything he possibly could to gain a advantage. He cheated his way to victory. In the end, it was misdirection that ultimately allowed him to Blanchard to steal Janela's fate. Neither man had been able to build a tremendous amount of momentum for themselves in the weeks ahead of Full Gear. Janela earned rave reviews for great matches with Kenny Omega, while Shawn Spears was busy working with Michael Nakazawa on AEW's Dark. Okay, this may not have done much for Janela, but it did for Spears a big pay-per-view match that may help him develop into one of the few high-profile upper mid-card heel and associate with the inner circle. The bad boy is over the extent that his character pop crowd, and as a result, wins and losses don't quite mean as much at this point as they may later down the road. Okay, let me move on. For AEW Tag Team Championship match, SCU versus Private Party versus the Lucha Bros. This triple threat match was good for the AEW Tag Team Championship. This match was good. The Lucha Bros made the first real impact of the match, teeing off on Kazarian and knocking Private Party off the ring apron, looking to avenge their defeat in the final of the AEW Tag Team Championship tournament. Quinn and Cassidy exploded into the match and kept their luchadors off guard until a doomsday dropkick turned him inside out, and for the second time in the match had the match villain rolling. Pentagon sends Quinn to the mat with a backstabber, but Kazarian broke up the pin. He proceeded to send Cassidy over the top rope onto the entrance ramp. The action steadily broke down and drives from Quinn. Kazarian dominated. Sky attempts one, but Finch cut him off with a nasty kick to the face. Cassidy delivers a tornado, and Finch put the exclamation point on it with a drive of his own. Back inside, a springboard crossbody by Finch nearly earned the Lucha Bros the titles. Kazarian delivered an assistant tornado DDT for a near fall of his own. Private Party resumed control of the bout as Cassidy delivered a sliced bread number 2, and Quinn follows with a shooting star press for a count of 2. The champions recover, and Kazarian joins Sky for SCU later for the successful title defense. After the match, Pentagon and Flash attack the victors. The lights deemed Diamond, and when they come back on, a second Pentagon Jr. was in the ring. He dropped the Pentagon. He dropped Pentagon, then grounded Finch with the angel rings. He unmasked to reveal the returning Christopher Daniels to a nice ovation from the fans. The SCU defeated the Lucha Bros and Private Party. This triple threat match was good. I ain't gonna lie, this match was good. Let me move on. This was great fun, but it felt more like the latest chapter of the story than any short of stated business. Private Party's Quinn ate the pinfall, preserving the Lucha Bros. Heat and Daniels' returns suggest the issues between the champs and their top contenders will continue, as it should. This has been a monthly-long storyline told by AEW creative team to a great effect. The question now is whether or not Sky will step back and allow Daniels to fill his spot in the championship tandem, or it will breakout star of AEW that will continue to shine in the role. The match itself was a dazzling display of high risk moves and athleticism, but given some sports and seconds to breathe would have helped the transition from the transitional three-way to the wild, chaotic match. It immediately became late. Let me move on. The AEW Women's Champion Riho versus Aew Sakura. This match was decent. I ain't gonna lie. This match was very decent. Sakura, it was teacher versus student Saturday as Riho defends the AEW Women's Championship against the woman who trained her for in-the-ring competition, the legendary emo Sakura. Sakura controlled earlier onto Riho, downing her on the ring apron, and followed with a double knee to the back shoulders of the mentor. Riho followed up with a single leg crab, but Sakura fought out, reestablished control of the bout with a corner crossbody and a rolling surfboard. Tested the champs will continue. Riho dropped Sakura across the ropes and delivered a 619. She fired off a running knee strike in the corner, but Sakura answered with a tilt, a world backbreaker. The challenger followed with a wicked double stomp, then a senton for another 2 count. The champions fought out of a tiger driver and delivered a double stomp to create some separation. Fired up after an exchange of strikes, Riho palmed away at the women responsible for her in-the-ring career. She scored another double stomp for So she scored another double stomp and followed with a northern light suplex for another near fall. This improvised springboard double stomp gave away to a more impressive top rope double stomp, but Riho still could not put her challenger away. Sakura recovered and delivered a backdrop delivery, but failed to win the title. A series of lights quickly roll-up gave away the high-risk roll-up from Riho from the success title defense. Riho defeated Sakura. Alright, let me move on. The AEW Championship match, Cody Rhodes versus Chris Jericho. This match was good. I ain't gonna lie. Parallel to the bout, the commentary team introduced Dean Malenko, Aaron Anderson, and the Great Muta as the three men who will decide the winner should the match go then 60 minutes decent. Cody scored the first significant offense of the match, sending Chris Jericho to the floor, followed right behind him with a choke scooter. The challenger worked the right arm, undoubtable, hoping to take the Judas effect away from his opponent. The American Nightmare's momentum came to a sudden hat when he scored through the air and crashed his face first into the entrance ramp, lacerating his forehead in the process. With the officials distracted, Hanger exploded with clotheslines that turned Cody inside out. The challenger continued to nurse his wrist and torso, taking away the offensiveness of his offense. A big knee from Chris Jericho to the midsection left him riding and on the defensive again. He managed to create momentary separation to try for a moonsault, but Chris Jericho dodges it as Cody crushes unbent Doomman first on the mat below. Okay, Cody finally thwarted Jericho focus attack and dropped him with a diamond cutter for a near fall. MJF fired up the crowd, who responded favorable to the challenger's comeback. He dropped Jericho with a disaster kick to the floor. The champion recovered and slammed Cody back in ribs first into the ring post. Chris Jericho took a moment to talk trash to his opponent, Mother Michelle, and paid for it, and then formed the form of a slap for a spear by Cody. Back inside, the suddenly scoring challenger applied the figure four as the crowd implored the champion to tap. Right hand from Hager on the two separate occasions led to his ejection from the ringside area by referee Ariel Evers. The undefeated MMA competitor answered by assaulting MJF, sending him to the guardrail. With Edwards distracted, Jericho blasts Cody with the AEW title. After some silly selling to avoid the decoration, the champion covered by could only keep the challenger down for two. Chris Jericho tried for the Judas effect, but Cody blocked the delivery crossroads, but still could not put league champion down for three. A bionic elbow earned him too. The Codebreaker did the same for Jericho. A frustration, Jericho removed his own weight belt and process to whip Cody with it. Edwards wrestles the belt away from the heel and tosses it to the floor. Up top, Cody looked for a hurricanrana, but Jericho countered and applies the Lion Tamer. Cody figured his way to the ropes, forcing to break. Cody fought his way to the ropes, forcing to break. A frustration era shove Jericho. It says shove Jericho right into the roll-up for a 2. Jericho countered and replied the Lion Tamer while MJF screamed for the ringside. He threw in the white towel, bringing about conclusion of the bout in less than satisfying fashion. After the match, MJF fought in tears and proceeded to drop Cody with a low blow to the torso of booze. MJF is a great heel, I ain't gonna lie. Jericho defeated Cody Rhodes by referee stoppage. Alright, then we'll move on. Let me move on. And last but not least, lights out match. John Moxley versus Kenny Omega. This is the match of the year. This was the match of the year. This match was good. Lights out match. John Moxley versus Kenny Omega. This match was good. This is gonna be the match of the year. Alright. Kenny Omega and John Moxley wasted a little time talking their sanctioning lights out match to stands where the cleaner delivers a nasty double stomp to the midsection of his opponent. Moxley answers with a snap suplex on the arena floor. Moxley retrieved a barbed wire baseball bat and brought it down across his opponent's back, leaving visibly printed wounds across the back of Omega. He dug the wire into the back of his rival and stomped on it, leaving Omega whirling in pain. Kenny Omega tried for a Snapdragon suplex, but Moxley broke his gasp by his gasp by granting his arm with a barbed wire. Talk about fair play later when Omega caught the back of Moxley's head with his own barbed wire. Boom! He dug the bat into Moxley's face. That delivered a drop toe hold that sends him face first into the room. Omega delivers a trash can assistant moonsault for a near fall. He handed outside the ring and retrieved a giant board of mouse traps as fans look on. In honor, Moxley turned his opponent inside out with a lariat, then delivered a release suplex on the mousetraps. He introduced archer chains and dropped Omega on them with a sidewalk slam. He used chains to further torture Omega until a flurry of trash can lid shots to the head allowed the clear to create separation. Conclusive Snapdragon suplex flew Omega comeback, which saw him hang Moxley with the chain. With his opponent reeling at ringside, Omega cleaned the top rope with a dive on drove Moxley through a table. He introduced a bag of glass from the table. He was driven headfirst through the dynamite and proceed to cut his face and fingers off his opponent. That's painful. That's very painful. But let me continue. He attempted shards of glasses all over the mat. Delivers a sit-out spinebuster onto it. He dragged Moxley back first across and applied the sharpshooter on the defensive. Moxley crawled across the glass to reach the bottom rope. Kenny Omega shoved glass into the mouth of his opponent, then dug an ice pick into his forehead. He ordered Hangman Page and the Young Bucks to bring it, to which his elite teammates cruelly did. They emerged from the back with a barbed wire spider web sitting it up just off the ramp. The competitors teased. It says the competitors moved. It says the competitors teased moved before Moxley delivered a suplex, then sent both into the barbed wire. Into the barbed wire. Okay. What is it? After the crew, the Bucks, Brendan Cutler and the other pulled out. Omega delivers a V trigger that sends both crashing through the stage. As they fought, spoiled back into the ring. Moxley delivered a pendulum shift for a 2 count. He proceed pulling the ring apart and exposing the wood underneath the canvas. He tried for a package pile driver, but Omega countered into a back body drop. Omega delivered his own pentagon shift for a 2 count. Okay, the EVP of AEW tried for a Phoenix Splash, but crashed and burned, leaving Moxley to deliver the pendulum shift for the win. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the winner of the match, Moxley, defeated Kenny Omega. This was the match of the year. This was the match of the year. They are concerned that expectations fans have of certain gimmick bouts, and given the bar that had been set when Moxley battled Joey Janela at Fyre Fest, the expectations for his match with Omega were off the charts. Rarely in the situations are the performers able to deliver. This match was went under like 40 minutes. This match was 40 minutes of Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley. Alright, each introduction of a weapon escalated the sadism of the match before the jaw-dropping mid splash from Omega sealed his fate. There will be those who suggest the violence was devastating and unnecessary. Those people will be right. It was really unnecessary, and it was devastating, and it was detestable. But when a company promotes a match as being uncontaminated due to the performers are certain to put themselves through that almost what you want. Moxley was the one fired before, doing and after the match, throwing around bombs and being the intellect of the neutral D. Ambrose character. He was elsewhere. Good, because this is the version of him fans and begging for the pleaded for. They have him now, and hopefully not for too short of time, because his significant injuries shuffle in a match like this. While this was the conclusion to the intense personal rivalry that being back at Double or Nothing, it is time for Moxley to move past the garbage wrestling and remind those fans outside of Japan that he can deliver without weapons to lean on. I enjoy AEW Full Gear pay-per-view. Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega. This was the match of the year. That's all I gotta say from there. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Full Gear review and results, Moxley versus Kenny Omega, match of the year. Hit that red button, hit that like button, man, and I will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you guys later. Big boy Johnny 25, and I'm out of here.